Time I tried this, I just got I'm live. There we go. Welcome to MacBean Scottish Fitness. Thanks for joining in. Out here another lovely day in fitness. And no, yes, our bar's in that window, but I am not in a jail. So guys, don't act like we're in a jail, okay? we could actually really sell that here. Yeah, Lord. So anyway, got 9 to 5 down there to warm up with. Had a 1,200 calorie shake earlier this morning to get the energy for the workout. Oh yeah, a couple scoops of weight gainer, a couple eggs. The only thing I didn't have, I was out of bananas. I usually put a whole banana in there, and sometimes peanut butter.
Yeah.
But I ate the last banana yesterday, so I can pick some more up. But they turn brown so fast, I only buy like 3 at a time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, turn too much. But all right, let's get this party started. And just oh man, super chat. Thanks, somebody. So just to let you know, these are 25s. I had an Instagram person goes, "Those are really 10s." I said, "Well, they're the biggest 10s I've ever seen." Well, I guess you got the rubber ones. Oh, so maybe a super chat. I got to check that out. Oh, Ray. I'm singing, I got friends in jail like places where the dumbbells roll and the bench presses are crazy. Oh, I got friends in jail like places. Well, you might be able to take that one on the road. Thank you very much, Ray. I appreciate the contribution. Chuck. No, I'm going to jump at 355 and try to double rep it. I got a different bar this time. The other bar is a little bit wider round. I think it's a 32 and not a 28, whatever, millimeter. And it might have something to do with it. And, if I'm not pushing it, why even be in the gym? But Jack, thanks for stopping by. And, but yeah, the reason I had to say we're not in jail because every time they see the bars there, they're like, "Are you?" And it's usually Instagram that's doing that. Because the YouTube people are watching the live stream, so they know. So let's pop on the 45s. For you youngins, these are called revolver weights. And they've been around since I've been around. And even though they have big holes in them, they're thick all the way through, and they are 45s. I get that too.
Yeah.
Well, they 45s, they have holes in them. I lifted with these when I was in high school.
Yeah. I like the other.
I think they're out since the 50s. I think they're cool. They're easier to grab anyway. But when I started getting those comments, I'm like, tell me you've never been in an old school gym without telling me. Oh, you did. I went up in Michigan before it turned into a regular gym. They had probably 2,000 plates in that gym. They had probably 15 squat racks, about 10 benches, flat, 3 or 4 of those, 3 or 4 of the inclines, maybe 5 treadmills. And it was a hardcore gym. And I went there, it was the first time I seen a bench. I didn't know what they were.
Yeah.
So here I got this guy, and they've got 6 plates on each side. They got 5 spotters. They got a board, and his hands are stuck out like that because he can't bend them on his own, And when you get done, I go, what is that? It's it's bench strength. It's made out of Kevlar. It's plied, and keeps your shoulders intact, and it helps bench more weight. So never heard of them.
Yeah.
So we went there. I had my kids with me. And I just, the guy was there. I said, hey, how much for me and my 2 trainers to work out for a couple of days? The guy goes, $10. I said, hey, okay, it's pretty good. Now just give me $10. Just give me the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Damn. So I kept buying shakes from him. He gave me a deal. I'm going to spend some money there.
Yeah.
So then about 3 years later, I go back there, and I'm recovering from an injury. But I'm still young, heavy weights.
Yeah.
A boy with me. And also we have this new owner. He's a younger guy. He's like maybe 35 to 40, somewhere in there. Well, heck, I was probably 48 to 50 at the time. And didn't sleep at all. All right. So I get in there, and I'm having a really good workout. Even the injury, I'm sitting there pushing up 385, and
Yeah.
man, should do this more often. So the guy's talking to me. He goes, yeah. He goes, I used to lift heavy like that, but when I got older, I had to start slowing down. And I turn on the voice and I'm like, "Did you say a word? If he thinks I'm younger than him, we ain't gonna say shit." All right, got 135 up here. Ray, once again, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. That wasn't really trollish. That was pretty cool. But I appreciate it. I think yesterday I'm going to have a really good day. So, yeah, we're going to go after 355. My feeling is if you ain't pushing it, well, I mean, unless you're starting out, I'm still going to stick with the slow and steady. So, let's warm up. Feels like Friday.
Oh yeah. Definitely doesn't.
Oh, wait a minute. It is Friday.
It is Friday. We got one more week.
Yeah. I'm working Sunday.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to pass up a double time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's working in bead blast.
Yeah. Yeah, we were working 68 to 72 hours a week.
This is what you're doing.
Busy.
And it's not 107 degrees like it is where I'm at.
Oh, that's right. It's hot over there, yeah.
Hot in the furnace, yeah. So there's no furnace, so it's like 15, 20 degrees cooler.
Uh-huh.
To me, it's like air conditioning.
Like air.
We don't have air conditioning here. Trust me, it's like air conditioning. I mean, but it's funny because they have no concept, in my opinion, whether overtime should be spent.
Yeah.
I mean, if you walk by my furnace, they had like no floor space. They had nothing but product.
Yeah.
They piled up. They would have had a front last week.
Yeah.
No. They'd be beat last week. We were waiting for product to show up. So I asked the first shift supervisor, only because somebody told me he's the one that made the decision in this spot. I said, it's between you and the fence post. Who figured out what's needed in overtime? Well, that's me. So, okay. He goes, why? I said, really, thermal and bead blast? The two places that we were almost out of product. And I've got 60 loads sitting here.
Yeah.
I count what's coming in, so I have 2.5 days of loads I need to catch up on.
Yeah, I would say.
He goes, well, I was thinking, well, I thought you were going to fire the furnace up on second shift on Monday, so I should do that for the beat ones. Well, could you come over and fire it up? I said, could, but I did that one time, about 4 months ago, and you yelled at me for doing it. They said, well, we didn't want to start that earlier. So, you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
They were talking about, well, we might start restricting overtime and Saturdays. So if you do this, because I know most people want to think Sundays, but no, I understand. So if you do this, I said, we as a group tend to bite back. So you won't have anybody moving. So you won't be running late. And you'll be falling behind. And that's what will happen.
Yeah.
I said, for every action, there's an equal reaction. So if you push us as a union, we push back. I said, because remember, when you started that foolishness in the beginning of the new contract,
Yeah.
you couldn't get anybody to come in. And they said, well, screw you. said, I know 3 people that never do overtime. I said, so bad is, I understand myself. I picked Sunday over Saturday, but I said 2 weeks ago I worked both days because we were down and he asked me to. So I did you a favor.
Yeah.
Now I start playing because you told me you're the one to make the decision. I can survive without the overtime.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he does.
See what he does.
Yeah. Let's back up here. So it was so nice yesterday when I had this mirrored up to a 32-inch TV, I could read everything. Everybody keeps asking if you're in jail because of the bars. Yep. Yeah, so I just saw those alerts. That was pretty good. Now I was talking to Bill Carlos here, and I said, we could actually pull that off. They could be walking around, we could be acting like we're there, and everybody would fall for it 100%. So we did get a good laugh out of that. Which reminds me, what's your first name again?
Peter.
Peter, all right. I got to hear it at times. I'm old. I was never good at it, but I hate that when I know somebody and then I'm like, fuck. So I had the 2 P's
I'm
here.
the same way, don't worry.
I had Phil and Peter in here. Now we just need a Paul, and we'll be set. Philip was easy to remember because I had an Uncle Philip. I don't have any Uncle Peters. You guys should post on YouTube. Might go viral. There we go. You could do that. Tip when my kids see the video, like, Dad, why are my friends asking me if you're in jail?
All right, whenever you're ready, let me know.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
I'll go do.
I have a few minutes because I want to do some reps on this. So
All right.
means I better get the camera set up. So it's time for cardio. That's what this feels like. Freaking cardio. I used to be a distance runner. Used to love. And to Mary there, Peter, Paul, and Mary. There you go. Yeah. Those were my favorite bands. I think I still have one of their. I think I still have one of their albums. I'm still trying to upload 85%. Sometimes you kind of got to wake it up. Wake up. Or take it off the internet and go off the 5G. You never know what's going to work better. 87. Okay, so it's moving. So let's get the camera set up here. I usually do Instagram Live too, but not this time. All right. Can you see? I'll say, can you see my eyes if you can? And then my hair's too short. I'm looking for a virgin drink or otherwise. Well, I think you'll may have a better luck at the drink. You should sing us some classic rock while you live for us. Yeah. I know how my voice sounds when I sing, and it's not good. But, I'll get a couple beers. I was posting those videos, the bands now singing in the background, and I'm like, man, who's that lousy voice in the background? Oh, yeah, that's me. Driving down the road in my 50 Chevy. Got the Virgin Mary on the dashboard. She don't slip in, she don't slide, because her ass is magnetized. Sitting on the dashboard of my car. I think that's from Cool Hand Luke. It's one of those ones that also pop in your mind. Or country. Yeah. Me lots of hair, shoulder length or longer. There, daddy, here, daddy. Everywhere, daddy, heavy hair. Make a high for the beats. I have that album too. The album Hair. Meatloaf I like too. Bad Out of Hell is a good album. Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. One of my favorite songs. I think the wife and I karaoke'd that one time. We were very drunk. But we'll sing it to each other when we hear it. But our wedding song was Eric Clapton, You Are Wonderful Tonight. So, how many reps am I going to get? Let me get Peter. I'll start calling him Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Okay. But a boom ching. We play both types of music here, country and western. Yeah, my wife likes the country and western. I like the rock and roll. I like the heavy metal. But I like other ones too. I mean, I go everywhere from either Black Sabbath all the way to, Pink Floyd, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, ELO, Iron Butterfly, Blue Oyster Cult. Oh no. They say he's got to go. Go, go, Godzilla. It's one of my favorite songs. We were supposed to do that at my daughter's wedding. That was going to be the father-daughter dance we were going to swing into, but the newly founded husband didn't. Hey, Hollywood is in the house.
It's been a while.
How you doing?
How are you?
I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah.
I had one of my older videos pop up
Okay.
with you spotting me.
Okay.
I said, man, I haven't seen Hollywood for a while. I mean, I got nothing but guys now on here. All the girls left. Well, Randy Romaine's going to be, she's going to be upset.
No.
Have to shoot a community cage. Randy, you missed it. Hollywood is in the house.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's going well.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. I mean, all things considered,
Yeah.
is it perfect? No, but that is life. You sit there and you deal with the things that are nice, and you sit there and you plant a tree and bury the problems. I say that out loud. You're ready to spot me? I'm just doing reps. So it's not heavyweight, but I think I want to knock out a bunch. So you go for that extra rep.
Certain number or going to fail?
I'm going to fail, but I want to. All right, Hollywood is in the house.
Come on. I was just there a few weeks ago.
Were you?
Yeah.
Seeing the kids?
Went out to see the kiddos.
Yeah.
It's
I see
still
her-
Hollywood.
I see her on Instagram. It's a different world.
It is. I'll lift it up.
Yep. There we go. Thanks much.
Yeah.
It is. Now, her and I had a discussion. And I have to appreciate that she kept it to the discussion. Even though we disagreed,
Mm-hmm.
we all presented.
Yeah.
I told her that, so I appreciate we have a regular discussion.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. Probably was more accessible over there than here.
The what?
She made a comment, and I countered it because what she said wasn't
Yeah.
actually true. But I could see where the influence comes from
Yeah.
now that I follow her. But what I did like is she had a discussion about it.
Oh, yeah.
And not, no accusations, none of this, none of that. She just said, here's where I see it from. I said, here's where I see it from. We moved on.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
I doubt if her friends were like that.
What's that?
I doubt if her clients were like that. But
Not all are.
But I appreciate that. It showed a level of maturity, which I kind of expected.
Yeah.
This one right here.
Yeah, she's pretty wide up for that atmosphere,
She's
that culture.
Yeah.
She's very open to listen and have conversation.
And looks like she's having fun. What she's doing. And that's,
Yeah, she is. Her client roster is building.
and if I ever do go out there to work out there, I'll probably have to have a shirt, you know, a warning label on.
Yeah.
Warning, I'm that old man in the back. Get off my lawn, kids.
You know what though? The gym expanded. Twice the square footage now. They've added weights in place. More room to. It's not strictly mobility, you know.
You're right.
So they've made.
So I'd have something to do.
You would. You'd have enough weight to push around. I had told them, the owner met me this last time, and I just said, I'm really impressed with, you know,
Yep.
the expansion is smart.
Because what her clients are doing,
Yeah.
I can't do that stuff.
No,
I'd fall down.
it's a whole different, yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Yep. In the Garden of Eden. It was supposed to be in the Garden of Eden, but he was so drunk and high. That's how it came out. Iron Butterfly.
Yeah.
You know that story?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But my favorite album is "Wishing You Were Here" by Pink Floyd, which is totally opposite of probably what my personality really is like. But
One I don't have on vinyl.
I have that on vinyl.
I got a lot of vinyl.
I got 2 copies of The Wall,
Yeah.
only because my drunk roommate in the Army spilled syrup on my copy, and I ripped into him and I made him buy me a new copy. And then I was able to clean the syrup off it.
Yeah.
But I was upset because it wasn't but a week old, and you know I'd been waiting for this album to come out. And, you know, drunk's like, oh, I want to have pancakes at 3 a.m.
David Gilmour is one of my faves.
Yep. Yeah, I've seen some interviews with him and that. And the more I watch, the more I like them.
Oh, yeah. He's a real deal.
And just their creativity is just astounding. You know, to come up with those things.
Well, you had, Alan Parsons behind the wheel. And
Yeah.
he was in the room with the Beatles, at Abbey Road, and he saw it all as far as creativity goes.
So, next set will be 275. So for my buddy, I hit me on Instagram. And a guy goes, that's 245. Those are 10s. Had these on there. So,
Give me the receipts.
Emmy, we're getting ready to put these on, so we'll be doing 275. It's not a 10, it's a 25. I'll make sure that's one on Instagram.
Yeah.
Or his YouTube, he might have responded on, but he got shamed by everybody else. You know, all I did says why Jimmy can't do math. And Norman go 445s. That's not 405.
Come on.
This is this 360. That's now add 45 bars. Then you apologize for that Instagram. And I don't want to take the camera. 500 people on the video. You always say, how quick you like so? If you look like, we don't want to take the camera. Does it embarrass? These have a way of rearing up at the most inappropriate times, you know?
I mean, anybody that works out or lifts should be able to look at it and know what it is. And they got confidence.
It's not a full run. Okay. Let me explain training. Push-ups. Then you bump your reps.
Yeah, your basement.
a workout. I'm doing this. I said, now when I go in a contest, you have to do that lockout. There's very few lockout exercises. But if you do a lockout exercise in the gym, you will get laughed at. If you start doing this, you'll be like, okay, go home.
Are you ready?
No.
Okay.
You forget I'm old. I'm not a young buck like you.
Please.
I'm older than you. How's that?
Not much.
No. How old are you, 45?
Huh?
I don't even know if I get to you. Wait till you find it and listen in. Okay. I said, I would love to be ready. Why? That means I'm going back in time. Yep. Yeah, I'm just trying to hold it back as much as I can.
Yeah.
Woo-wee. Yeah, I took the summer off of heavy lifting, so I'm in the rebuild mode. All right, what did I miss here? I'm too claustrophobic and fear of large crowds to go to concerts. Oh, 275 for 10. I hope so. I've done it the last 2 times, maybe 11. The only thing I don't like about concerts is, you know, if you have to go to the bathroom, you need to plan it about a half hour before you have to go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it depends. If I ever go to a concert again, I'll probably be having depends on. I don't drink when I'm at a concert because you're going to spend half your time in line going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Wife was like, "Aren't you going to get a drink?" No. I'll wait till.
$200 for a ticket. Why spend
Yeah.
4 songs trying to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I said I'll wait till after the concert and then we'll go get beer and go home.
Going to see the Eagles
Are you?
with Steely Dan.
Awesome. Hotel California. I like it when they did the live version when they had about 8 or 10 guitars out there. That was awesome.
Yeah,
But you talk about, how tough it is to have a band when you have all those egos. You know what I mean? You have a lot of talented people, and then once they get successful, they self meltdown. I was doing it where they said, the two really controlled it, and they had a guitar player that really wanted to show off his skills, and it's not what they were writing. So he threw a beer at him, and got kicked off the band, and it's just egos. On the Forge and Fire, where that presenter, they changed him. Well, they did an interview why he left the show. And he was very articulated about it and very good about it, but you tell it was egos. He says, here's a guy that, makes props, and he's going to sit there and tell somebody that the grip don't feel right, and he goes, and here, I'm just about what would actually kill things. And I'm thinking, well, so he had an opinion, but I would agree with the other guy. If the handle is uncomfortable, if it's loose, if it's cutting you, now you have a weapon that's going to distract you. Yeah. I can use anything as a weapon, but I'd rather have a comfortable grip than one that does not. And if I'm shopping for them, and I don't like the way this one feels, and I like the way this one feels, that's which one I'm buying. So I guess that's why he left the show, because the one guy with the handlebar mustache that makes reproductions and that, I guess he just didn't see him as being an expert. And I'm like, but we watched him forge blades.
Yeah.
And he actually knows how to forge. He knows how to do things. So, but the best forger on that show was the one that was a contestant and won twice. So he was a contestant and he won the second time, and then they called him, wanted him to be one of the judges.
Yeah.
So then they did a series where it was beat the judge, and he was 10 for 10 against people that put out some really good blades against him. His were just better. He was just a step above everybody.
Wow.
Just awesome. Where the presenter, he got beat once. Of course, Doug, who's a weapons expert, he doesn't ever make swords.
Right.
Put one in his hands, he'll look out. I love that show.
Yeah.
I can't quite do 275 for 10. I was only able to get 8. That's great last week. Yeah, I think the guy goes, Eagles and Steely Dan. Yes.
Yeah. Indianapolis.
Well, have fun. No, I think I'm just about ready to do the 275. I'll wait for the truck to get done with this set. I think we yacked for about 5 minutes, didn't we?
I think so.
Yeah. So
Give or
let's
take.
get this done before I cool down. All right. 275, Hemi. I showed you those are 25s.
Lift or no?
No. Ah! 11?
11.
All right. Feeling good. Woo. Dizzy too. Oh, there's trouble. Oh. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. If you're lurking, pop in and say hello. Milo's wasted. Ah. Just 12 drinks, yeah. We went up to the medieval fair in Bristol, Wisconsin. And the drinks were like 12 to 15 bucks each. I had 2 drinks. I bought the wife 3. I was done. Because aren't you drinking? I said, we'll go home and drink. Because I can buy a 6-pack of a really good IPA or Guinness for less than that one drink. I hate to be Scottish, but I just have a problem paying that much for. And my son was up there, and I hate to think what he spent. Every time we bumped into him, he has his friend's wife up there with him. He had another drink in his hand, so we said he saved up for it. But yeah, I just can't justify doing that. I work too hard for money. I mean, if I had the money that Hollywood has, then it'd be no problem. But listen, Dennis phone. He's in the zone. So yesterday was a really good stream. Right, once again, thanks for all those gift memberships. I'm gonna come next Friday. I'm gonna give a few out because one of those ones came to me. So I'm a member of my own channel, which is kind of silly. I did do a member-only video and got like 8 views, so about half the members, over half the members have watched it. That's good. So next Friday or Thursday, depending on where my bank account's at, I had to pay for the propane tank. That was $1,300. House payment, car payment, and that kind of kind of drained me. So let's get this switched over to 315, and that will be our next set. The rush about, it has holes in it. Still a 45-pound weight. Called revolver weights. Been around since like the 50s.
Hey, how we doing?
Oh, not too bad. You Yeah, so it's kind of
Whew. There we go.
Tell me when you're ready.
Don't be hasty. Still trying to get my lungs. House of Blues and Anaheim. Motorhead in 2002. So far today, I've hit 2 of my goals. One more rep at 2 1/4, and I had another one, and one more rep at 275. So if I get it, the extra rep at 315, it'll be that trifecta. But if I still only get 5, that's fine for 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't time them. When I feel rusted, I go back at it again. But it's at least 5 minutes, I'm sure. Probably 5 to 7 minutes is probably what I'm doing. But I don't time it. I used to have a timer. I used to have had a whole workout plan, what I wanted to do, wrote down what I actually did, and then went back in when I wanted to do the next workout. And it was effective. That's when I was working towards form and definition. Once I started working towards strength, it's a much easier mathematical type workout because you're just doing heavy sets, less reps. And it's probably more of where do I want to jump to and where am I going to get my nutrition from. But my nutrition can pretty much come from any source because I'm not worried about having a six-pack. I'm worried about being able to lift, the raw weight. But yeah, at least 5 minutes. But I would guess, and if you're timing me, you can tell me, but I'm guessing somewhere between 5 and 7 minutes. Unless I wander off in a conversation. If it gets past that, well, then sometimes I realize I've cooled down too much. So if I ever do decide to get a timer, I'd probably set it for like 6 minutes. And my recovery is not as fast as it used to be because I'm not as young as I used to be. But I'm just always trying to keep the raw strength. I went on that 4-mile hike yesterday. About the last half mile, I was like, I'm hungry. Thinking about food. So if you're in chat, please hit the thumbs up. That helps push notifications for this video. That's kind of where the thumbs up is helpful, and I'd appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff is also appreciated. And once again, I would like to thank Club 1776 for the gift memberships yesterday and for the super chat today. I appreciate that. I got a really good month going, and I'm really excited about that. And I'm hoping it will continue. You do. I can feel the heart rate here. And it's basically when the chest stops heaving, and the dizziness goes away and the tingle in the arm kind of subsides. I'm kidding. Then there's a mental game to this too. You have to kind of get your mind ready mentally to do that set. So I mentally see myself doing the sets. And as I'm doing the sets, as I was in the 275, as I hit the sixth rep, I knew I had 5 without really having to strain. Sometimes you're like, man, I may not get it, but now I got to really push it. But sometimes I still get it. I know I got a battle in front of me. Then there are times you just psych yourself out. And after you're done, you knew you did, then you're like, hey, I shouldn't have did that. But then you just make a mental note of that, and you make sure you don't do it the next workout. So like last week, I didn't have a spotter on some of those sets, so I had to stop one short. And then when I did have a spotter, well then I did go for that extra rep, even though I didn't feel I had it, but I knew I had a spotter. So even though I did a half rep and he went with the rest, he only gave me enough for me to do it, which was excellent. And I still got the benefit of doing that second rep. I still got the exercise of it. I still got the. Yeah, exactly. The dizziness subsides. So I did 5 reps on this the last 2 times. So my goal is at least 5. 6 would be nice. 6 is telling me that getting 16 and getting 11 has already told me that I'm making progress. But getting 6 would, like I said, be the trifecta.
It's almost like that just comes out.
And then I do get better views on my shorts of my lifting bench than I do mostly on everything else. Although Binks and Ninja Cat is getting a lot of views. She's such a crazy cat. Lucky to have her. And then I still should be able to get home in time to play around, but don't walk today. Although it is cool enough, I'd like to take a trot back in the woods. And I'm going to be doing one of those. Alpha Dad, how you doing? I don't, but it is a good way of doing it. I know guys who did. I've trained people with 5x5s. You know what I mean? Good luck, Jack. Kill it. All right? If they're smart, they'll hire you. But Alpha Dad, I've never done 5x5s. But I've trained a few people, and I know people have and have had success doing it. I stick with what I have success, although I will tweak it every now and then. So I am doing more reps in the middle weights, in the middle upper, than as I'm doing on the top weights, where, as I get closer to the 405, I may switch that over. But right now, this is working, and it's giving me the results I want. So while it's working, I stick with it. When it stops working, then I'll sit there and come back at it again. But 5x5s it's a good. There's nothing wrong with doing those. Then you just add 2 1/4 on each side every now and then. You keep at it. The warm-ups are important. And even if I did 5x5s, I would probably do at least a set of heavier for a couple reps, just to let the muscles know here's what a heavier weight feels like. That's what deficits are good for. So if I'm in a gym where it's busy enough where I can get 3 spotters, then I might sit there and throw 40 over what I can do, I just bring it down slow so I get a feeling for the weight. And those are helpful. There's a lot of training aids. I know Cole Bennett down in Missouri, he does some insane training. And I need to hook up with him next time I'm in there. Last time we were just only down there for a couple of days, and the wife had something planned every time. But this time I'm going to say, no, we're going to do this. So, I think my 5 to 7 minutes have went by. Let's knock out the 315.
Ready?
Yep. All right, no problem.
You'd have to do more than the spot. You'd have to save my life.
I'll be doing deadlifts.
How many are we doing?
At least 5.
5? Okay. I'm lifting this time, right?
No.
No? Okay.
No. It's there in case of emergency.
All right. Joe, you're next.
There you go. Got it. Woo. Okay. I like to get off now. You can sound right. Yeah. All right. So hit the trifecta. Got an extra rep in all 3 sets. I left something.
What do you need? I'll find them.
25s?
No, I'll grab, I'm just gonna grab some 10s, so. Yeah. Another one over here. So do you really want?
Yeah, it wasn't count. It's hard. But yeah.
I'll grab you one.
He's doing shows quite a bit. Which I can see, yes. He's traveling. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't, we don't legally, it's not.
We're running out of weights.
So, yeah. Reasonable up.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah,
man.
well,
Thank you so much for looking
Yeah.
at you.
So he has, with
All righty.
he has.
Boy,
So,
good golly, Miss Molly. Let me catch up here now. Good work. First hole, guys. I'm down to 205 pounds. Oh, cool. I'm able to rep 315.44. That's good. More body weight does help. Well, how tall are you? Alpha Dad. I'm 6'4". I get down below 235 and the wife complains I'm too light. I'm about 237 right now. So, I mean, do I have a little extra here? I do, but it's a little looser than it used to be, too. 6 foot, yes, 205. You're a lean, mean fighting machine. That's a really good weight. So I'm 4 inches taller. I know when I got down to like 225, I looked really good. I thought so. But the wife said I was too skinny. And the 405 bench went away. I was just too light for it. I think it knocked me down to 385. And now, of course, we're talking like 15 years ago. So probably getting down to 230 wouldn't be bad. But if I'm going to compete, I really need to compete at the 242. Thank you. Yeah, Alfie, if you're going to be here for a while, let's get you a wrench. And I do that as my anti-troll. When they see all those blue wrenches, they tend to want to stay away, or they try to mimic your channel. They can't mimic the wrench, and that's why I do it. Because we did have a troll about 6 months ago. 6'5" and 235. Oh yeah, that's a good weight. 6'5". That's a good weight, Jack. Yeah, I've seen you're on my Facebook. I think you might be on my Instagram too. I'll have to double check. That's a good 6'4", 6'5" at 235. That's a good fighting weight. 205 at 6 foot. It's a good weight. You know, I was up as heavy as 265 at one time, and I realized if I kept going, I was going to be 300 before I knew it. So I cut back down 242 because once you get to a certain weight, it gets to be difficult. And being as strong or not has not something you should concern you. Well, I know people can deadlift more than me. I know people can squat more than me. I work at what I'm good at. Not much on squats because I do a lot of walking, and I just don't like, number one, I don't like doing it. Number two, I don't want to blow my knees out. But I respect a lot of people that do squat a lot. Deadlifts, I was doing really well on, but it started bothering my lower back. So, once it gets to the point where it's starting to cause you discomfort and possible injury, then you need to rethink it. Usually it's just go to lower weight is the easiest solution, so you're still getting the exercise in, or find a machine that works the same muscles but may give you more support. Would be my advice. There are some machines I like doing. I try to do free weights as much as possible. But if you want to isolate, machines are good for isolating the muscle or two. So that's really good. So I've hit all three goals. Now I got 355. What I want to do for at least one, but because I have a spotter, I will probably attempt the second one. The form might not be as good on the second one as the first one. Yes, walking, Jack, is life. The inability to walk is what killed my father. Once he fell down and broke his hip for the third time and already broke his leg for the third time, he got wheelchair bound. And when he was wheelchair bound, it was a miserable 18 months before he died. Because he can't walk, you're susceptible to pneumonia.
But that's all.
And you get pneumonia over and over, eventually it kills you. So my goal is to be able to walk as long as I can. And I respect people. They're in their 80s and even 90s and still walk. You see them in the store walking. They're hanging onto a cart sometimes for balance, but they're walking. When I see those older gents and older ladies in their 90s walking in the store, I have a huge ton of respect. When I see the 40-year-old or 50-year-old that's riding on too lazy to walk cart, and they were able to walk to get the cart, I have no respect for it. All right? And you're doing yourself a disfavor. If you could have walked from the parking lot, that 50 feet to get to that electric cart, you could have grabbed the electric cart and you could have walked, in my opinion. Now, if you're wheelchair bound because of an injury or crippled, stuff like that, whole different story. And that's who those carts are really for. So you're taking a cart from somebody who really needs it. And eventually you're going to be that person because you're always in that cart. So you're kind of making your own demise is what's happening. Oh, I got teeth on me.
Yes.
So, Hemi, not to tease you, ha ha ha. These are the 10s. This is the 25. See the difference? I got Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different. Everything's so I mean, energy express the whole thing. That's different. How great is tribute to Go.
I feel like walking down. It's a buddy of the lake, All righty.
Ready?
When you're ready. Don't cut your workout short. 57. Don't cut it short on my account. There'll be another 30 seconds of rest.
Yeah.
All righty. 355.
Listen. Okay, you're good. Okay. Yeah, still moving.
Four factor. I don't know. Woo! I felt that one. Never gonna be big.
Yeah.
It's always hit hard the first time. And they're still looking at you. Apologize. How did that work yesterday? The third shift guy had a power outage. And it goes up. Again, he should do it. The guy in first shift goes to the next control room. He just got too close. You mean he pressed it? We got too close to it. I said, I'd like to be punching you in the face and you're telling HR you got too close to the fence. You pressed it. You actually have to press this button.
Pressure.
It has a metal ring around it, so you can't bump and press it. You have to stick your finger and press it. And it's the second time he did the same thing. I mean, granted, things break down. But got too close to the button. No, you pressed it. Let's call it what it was. Should I put extra weight on for Joe and see if he notices? Huh?
He'll notice.
Here,
He knows real quick.
we'll see. I'll tell him once he gets under.
Yeah.
Give me that. That was 5 pounds. You're not going to hurt him. And he goes, oh, I read something. Now he goes, Chuck, I told you not to do that.
If that gets him, I'm not feeling sorry for him. So.
I feel bad. I don't know, now that I called it. I mean, you talked about it a couple weeks ago. Man, I don't know what happened. Well, I kind of feel responsible.
Yeah.
Just don't ask me why. Tell me why.
All right. Any other room, holler.
I'm done with the heavy stuff.
Okay.
Until I recover, I don't need to do a burnout because, to be honest with you, the burnout's on the way up. But it seems to be working. Now it's fun conversation time. Merciful. How we doing? How do you get stronger? Rest, nutrition, proper exercise, overtime. Yeah, Woodbury, how you doing? Good to see you. There's no Herald last night. I understand you got to take a day off every now and then. I was looking for it last night, or I missed it. I got off of work. I go, where's Harold? I need the lullabies. Oh, you're on your channel. Well, then I'm going to have to sub your channel. I didn't know you had one. I'm going to sub it sooner. All right, I'm back. So I'll make sure I'll sub that channel. I didn't get my lullaby last night. Yeah, let me pop over here. Multitasking. There we go. Devlin burning. There you are. I am now subscribed. So I just subbed. Went to 4 last night. Wow. It's probably a good thing then. Because I'd have been in trouble. So what I've been doing, and for those of you who maybe are having problems falling asleep at night, as I always did, is I get home from work, I get myself a glass of water, and I take 200 milligrams of magnesium. And then I usually upload a video or whatever, and for about 30 minutes, and then I go upstairs, and I've been falling asleep right away. So it's really been a good thing. I've always had a problem falling asleep. It usually takes me an hour to 2 hours once I lay down to get to sleep. And now I'm laying down, and within, I would say, 10 minutes, I fall asleep. So I've already put some videos out there. And I'm uploading now one. It's called Motivation versus Being Motivated. And I was kind of on my drive here. I was going over that. What's the difference about being motivated and being motivating? And basically, oh, here, let me, Marshall, some people train for years and never get strong. So I can do that. Marshall, here's the deal. A couple ways you can do it. I have a lot of videos that I put out there already curtailing that information. Or my members, you can join in where it says join, you can become a member, and then you can email me at scottishfitness.com. Once you become a member, we will talk about nutrition, we'll talk about rest, we'll talk about your goals, and we'll put together a plan to get there. I'll find out what you're doing now and what we can change. And we can even do video chats through Messenger to sit there and have a one-on-one on weekly, monthly basis, whenever, to kind of see how things are going. So if you do become a member of the channel, whether it's New Year's resolution, gym member, or gym pro, and ignore the fourth one, I can't change the price on that. Anybody to purchase that one. That's YouTube. But if you do that, then you can email me at Scottish Fitness. I usually like to start off with a video chat. If you can do the video chat and take notes and see what what you're doing now. What I find most of the time is what is keeping you from getting better is either rest or nutrition. You can't work out a poor diet, and you can't build a stronger or better looking body with no rest. So remember, the reason I say rest in nutrition and exercise, because rest is number one, nutrition is number two, exercise is number three in importance. So if you'd like to do that, I welcome you to do that. If you don't want to join, that's fine too. If you follow the videos, I give all that information out during the videos for free. But I mean, a membership is like $3 or $4 a month. And then I can work out a detailed plan for you, because we're all different and we all have different goals. Some people want to be stronger. Some people want to be leaner. Some people want to be more defined. Some people just want to have better endurance. Some people just want to feel better. They're all different workouts, and they're all great. All exercise is good. I think I did one of those ones where I talked, if somebody says, stop doing this exercise, then just don't even listen to them. Hey, Bad Body Not So Fit, how we doing? Appreciate it, like number 8. So Bad Body Not So Fit does some serious, insane push-ups. He does those young man push-ups, one-handed and claps and off to the side, and very impressive. They're very strong on the push-ups. So you can follow his channel, and he throws some shorts out there also. Let me so that it skips up one more time. So it's like any trainer that just says, okay, here's your workout, and they haven't asked what your goals are and what it is you want to accomplish, you need to find a new trainer. Because everybody, and they have to understand what your diet is. If I don't know what your diet is, I don't know what your rest schedule is like, it's hard for me to sit there and give you the right advice, because those two are important. And most of the clients I have, those are the first two things we had to fix. I think rest was number one. Oh, I'm getting about 4 hours of sleep. No, you need more. Well, I nap during the day. Nap is not rest. You need more. Always going to say you need more. Thanks for hitting a thumbs up there, Bad Body Not So Fit. Appreciate it. If you are lurking, pop in the chat and say hello. We'd like to talk to everybody. So today was a very successful day. 225 by 16, 275 by 11, 315 by 6, and 355 by 2. I suppressed and hit every goal I wanted, which was awesome. Did I hit every goal on Tuesday? No, I didn't. I hit a few, but that's okay. If you hit goals every time, then that would be too easy. And don't be afraid to change your goals as time goes by. Don't be afraid to change your workout and to look out towards help. I mean, even your experts have trainers. Brian Shaw will work out with trainers. Jack Cutler works out with trainers. Sometimes you just need to be reminded stuff you already knew. I'll do that. I'll forget about an exercise, and all of a sudden, a couple months later, someone might mention it, or I might see it being done, or all of a sudden, that brain cell comes back to life, and I'm going, wow, I should do it. So here, if someone is at a decent age, with no complications, and they're not getting stronger at all, then they're doing something wrong in training, nutrition, or not resting enough, or too much. Correct. So rest, you want at least 6 hours of good rest. If you sleep over 8, it tends to make you sluggish. And if you are sluggish, there's ways of fighting that. And the best way to do it is either have a very heavy calorie shake like I did this morning, because I got to bed about 12:30 and I woke up at 7:30. So I got 7 hours of solid rest. I usually only get around 5.5 or 6. So I needed it, but I was a little sluggish. So I made myself a 1,200 calorie shake. It had eggs in it, it had wheat grainer in it, it had Fairlife milk. I would have threw a banana in there if I had one, but I didn't. So I got to go to the store and get some. But that gave me all the calories I needed to get this workout in, because you need the calories to do the workout. If you don't have the calories, you'll have a sluggish workout. You won't be able to press as much weight, or as many reps as you should be able to get what you need to get done. So, right, if you're not making gains, I would first go to rest. I would look at rest first. I would look at nutrition, and then I would look at your exercises. If you're doing proper form, it's not your exercise. All right. But if you're eating garbage, pizza and beer is not going to get you there.
We'll be ready for work.
See you at work, man.
See you at work.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Friday is my lazy day, or should be. So, rest, nutrition, and proper exercise, those are your top, and they're in that order for a reason. And then number 4 is have fun. Have fun with life. If you're not having fun in the gym, have fun enjoying what you can do because you are in the gym. Have fun because you can go and hike on trails. You can chop down trees, you can skip and jump, you can go to another tree. And get outside as much as you can. So I took a picture of that, and I am going to share it. It's not for me, but it's from a doctor who I see his posts often online and that. But basically, James D. Nicolantio, if I pronounce it correctly. And basically, he has stressed, run. Moody, take a nap. Angry, lift weights. I'm really angry. Sad, get sunlight. Anxious, go for a walk. Your mental health can be improved by physical things. And those are true words. So I will be posting that on my community page. Because what he says is true 3 levels deep. And when I say 3 levels deep, because a lot of times people will make a comment out there that's true on the first level, but its conclusion was wrong when you go further down. Does shagging or expelling calories prevent? Yeah, absolutely. You need calories to push weights. You need muscle to push weights. So then that one again is what is your goal? I mean, you don't have to keep getting stronger. If your goal is physique, then you're not worried about strength. All right, you're worried about diet, and you're worried about doing the proper exercises to isolate the proper muscles that you're trying to sit there and show off. And that's fine too. That's very healthy. As long as you don't get, I don't think being at 1% body fat is healthy, but that's my opinion. So that's why a trainer needs to ask, what are your goals? All right. When I was working out in my 30s, my goals were not to get stronger. My goals was to look physique. And I had a really good physique, but I worked it. I did sets of 15 to 25, or reps of 15 to 25. And I did 6 to 8 sets every muscle group. And I worked out 3 hours a day, 6 days a week religiously. And I ate 6 full meals a day, 6 full meals, a lot of rice, a lot of egg protein. They had these big jugs of egg protein capsules, and I'd take them by the handfuls. I'd take a handful before the workout, I'd take a handful after workout, I'd take a handful when I went to bed. And I got solid. I was like a rock. I mean, I literally had a nurse trying to draw blood from me, beating on my wrist, going, "What's wrong with your wrist? How come it looks like that?" I said, "Well, it's called muscle." All right, that was the workout I did back then. Because of my height, I didn't feel I could get stronger than I already was. My bench was 285. I thought that was a pretty good bench, and it is a good bench. I was 215 pounds, and I was solid. Now, I'm going for strength. I still do some toning exercises and that, but it's not important for me to have the physique, but it is important for me to have the raw strength because I compete. It has a lot to do with it also. So those are good questions. And that's really what helps this channel is when I get good questions like that in chat. You know, that's what this channel is for, is to ask questions, to inquire, you know, so I can help you on that. Like I said, avoid, you know, if you are over 18, okay, I don't want anybody under 18 joining the channel because you're not working for a living and you shouldn't be paying for services until you become an adult. That's just my opinion. So I am helping a few teenagers, but I'm not charging them. But they had to get permission from their parents first. So yeah, so I mean, the whole idea is if you have questions, go ahead and ask them. There's no dumb question. If you are going to troll, as long as it's not vulgar, you must sit there and do it in the form of a super chat with money. That's the rules. Prepping artist, how you doing? I was kind of watching your show last night. I can't hear anything at work because there's just too much noise. But from the comments, I was kind of getting the gist of it. And my buddy told me about that card game, that deck conflicted. And I think he's got like 3 decks, and he read one of them to me. I'm like, wow, yeah, I can see where you would be conflicted. So I might order one of those decks. But I mean, I think that's a good way to think about things. You know, kind of look at those scenarios first, what you think you might do. It doesn't mean that's what you will do when the actual reality hits, but it's a good mental exercise to go through. And I appreciate the thumbs up. Appreciate the support of the channel. Channel is really stepped up its funness in the last couple of weeks, and a lot of it has to do with you, the subscriber. And I do appreciate that. And because it's doing better because of you, the subscriber, I'm trying to provide more content out there and more varied content. So, you know, where I used to put some of that content on a different channel, I said, you know, that's kind of silly. Going for walks is fitness related. Growing a garden is fitness related. Walking around and exploring wildlife helps the mental health, which is fitness related. So that's why I'm putting those down there. So I appreciate the views, I appreciate the comments, I appreciate the likes. All that stuff helps. You got a lot of strength. Oh, absolutely. Calisthenics. I mean, the athletes that I'm most impressed with are gymnastics because of their not only their physical strength but their coordination. I'm not coordinated. I can't even do a cartwheel. I never could. All right, I'm more of a tank. Okay, not a scout vehicle. So, you know, people who do yoga impresses me. I tried it once. Yoga's hard. Don't care what you got to say. It's hard. I fall down a lot, but it's good stuff to do. Sometimes it's good to try something different, you know, kind of shock some new muscles. Now, if you do try something different, don't do it with heavy weights and don't do it with lots of reps. Otherwise, you'll discover that new muscle for a few weeks. But I don't ever look down on anybody. Everybody's got their own goals. If they're in here moving, they're improving. Now, moving is improving, whether it's a walk, a ride, a bicycle, elliptical, light weights, heavy weights, jump rope. I don't care what it is. If you're moving, you're improving, and I'm going to respect that. If you're in the gym trying to get in shape, I respect that. Yeah, I believe it is too. That's why I don't do it. Go lie. Now if I'm with a yoga instructor and they want me to try some things out, I will do it. But no, to me, it is the most difficult. Trust me, I do stuff that's easy for me. Even though bench is a lot of weight, it's easy for me. It's something that I enjoy. All right, we don't keep doing stuff we don't enjoy. That's why I say number 4 is have fun. It's number 4. So we got Hollywood in the house. I'll have him stop in there and say, "Hi, ladies, here we got the good-looking man in the gym, who spots me a lot. He's a great guy, and it's just I enjoy the people I meet here in the gym. We all have our own goals and that, but we're all trying to get in better shape, and that's really what's important. So with that, I need to head to the old grocery store. I need to get eggs, Fairlife milk, and bananas. Those are generally the things I have to get at least twice a week. Only because I don't like bananas turning brown on me, so I only buy like 3 at a time. I missed my banana today. So yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. I'm only shocked because I haven't tried it. I'm not shocked. I've tried it. Holy moly. And Deb's Winburn, thank you. And now that I know if Harold's not on there, I can go and check your channel because it's nice listening to you all for about a half hour before to go to bed. And I appreciate you putting up with my very, very lousy singing voice. But you got to have fun. If you don't experiment with fun things, you will never have fun. Remember, we do this to have fun. I do this to have a longer life and a better life and more enjoyable. Do I visualize? Yeah, I do. I visualize my lesson. All right, Hollywood. Thanks for the spots. Appreciate it. I couldn't have done it without you. He's a good guy. He's got great kids, too. So, yeah, I visualize the lifts before I do them. You have to see it here and then do it there. It's psyching yourself up. If you can psych yourself out, you can also psych yourself up. Nice shirt. Can't hear me. Grumpy old man. Probably my age. But anyway, with that, it's time for me to head to the old grocery store. Thank you for catching my live stream. I will be putting out more videos throughout the evening. I appreciate the views, the likes, the shares, and all that YouTube-y stuff. And next live stream, probably I might do one during the week for breakfast or the weekend. Sometimes I'll do a Sunday breakfast chat. You'll just see. It being nice and cool, my wife and I just might be out on deck until I go to work. Otherwise, one day there'll either be a gym live stream or there'll be one on the deck live stream or cooking. There'll be a live stream. That's all I can say. Thank you for the thumbs up. Everybody remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, have fun, and enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, this is your phone number, right? No. No?